I am going to share with you the absolute best tips to drastically reduce tattoo pain. And not only will it be less painful, but you will have a much more enjoyable experience. And yes, this is a big hat, and I will be wearing it throughout the whole video.
Does that hat take 10 gallons?
So let's just get down to business and get to the first tip, and that is to simply eat a big meal before your tattoo session. Now listen, I don't know how many people need to pass out before they realize that you must eat a big meal before getting any type of tattoo, whether it's a really long session or something small. Put it this way, people pass out because of hunger, and people also pass out because of pain. Put those two together and you're pretty much guaranteeing a dirt nap into that tattoo chair. The more food you have in your belly, the more you could stomach the pain of getting that tattoo. Just having more food, more resources is going to drastically reduce the pain of getting that tattoo. And make sure the meal that you're about to eat before getting that tattoo is heavily loaded with carbs. That will give you the energy to push through that tattoo session and also, of course, help reduce the pain of it because you got those resources, you know? Okay, tip number 2. Just take a break. Now, I know that there is a lot of people out there that feel weird asking for breaks to their tattoo artist because they feel like, oh, I'm slowing down their workflow or, you know, I'm gonna be annoying. But remember this, you are the client. The tattoo artist's main job is to make you, the client, as comfortable as humanly possible throughout that whole session. Take strategic breaks. Give your body a moment away from the tattoo needle. It's completely fine. Plus, if you go and do this, it allows your body to like adapt to the situation, helping reduce that tattoo pain. Now, with that said, do not take too long of a break. When getting tattooed, your adrenaline levels are going to skyrocket, with the result having a less painful tattoo experience. Now, if you were to go and say take a long break, your adrenaline levels will then decrease, and when you actually go back and get into that tattoo chair and the tattoo artist starts tattooing again, it's gonna end up being probably more painful than it originally was. About 5 to 10 minutes is all you need. Nothing more, but feel free to take as many breaks as you need. That's the key. Tip number 3 to reduce the pain of getting tattooed is to be well rested. Do not be that person that stays out till 3 in the morning partying, knowing that you have a tattoo appointment the next day. Made that mistake before and whew, would not recommend. Remember how we literally just talked about adrenaline levels? Well, your body will naturally try and block out any of the pain by increasing your adrenaline levels and any type of endorphins. If you were to say stroll into your tattoo appointment with 2 hours of sleep and a huge Red Bull, that is not going to cut it, and you are going to be one miserable person in that tattoo chair. The night before your appointment, aim to get a full 8 hours plus of sleep. Your body will then have more resources to drastically reduce the pain of getting that tattoo if you're well rested. Tip number 4 to reduce the pain of getting a tattoo is one of the most important ones, and that is to just simply relax. Now, listen, I understand that this could be hard for some people, but I promise you, I wouldn't lie to you. Just walk into that tattoo session, get comfortable, put your feet up, you know, breathe in, breathe out. Doing this alone will drastically, and I mean drastically, reduce the pain of getting that tattoo. Put it this way, if you were to go into that tattoo session all tensed up and freaking yourself out, letting your mind get the best of you and not being relaxed, this is just going to be counterproductive and make the tattoo actually be more painful. Make it a point to do whatever it takes to make you relaxed. Being relaxed during that session will not only reduce the pain of getting that tattoo, but also on top of that, relaxed skin and relaxed muscles are just easier to work with. So your tattoo artist will be, you know, much more appreciative of that as well. Now, tip number 5 goes hand in hand with tip number 4, and that is to avoid all movement in that tattoo chair. Again, I know that this can be difficult for some people, especially if you're in one of those weird positions getting tattooed, but just hear me out a second. The more time you spend in that chair, the more painful that tattoo is going to be. So in order to reduce the pain of said tattoo is to be in and out of that chair as quickly as humanly possible. If you're wiggling, squirming, moving all in the chair, your tattoo artist is going to be distracted from their work. And with the result, you having to be in that tattoo chair longer, making it a more painful experience. Just try to stay as still as you possibly can. And if for some reason you need to move, Remember, you can get breaks from like we talked about earlier. Then you can move all you want. Okay, number 6, distractions. Distractions. One of my personal favorite ways to reduce the pain of getting tattooed, and it works like crazy. What do I mean by distractions? Well, I mean plan literally anything that you could possibly do to occupy your mind from that needle. Some people love watching movies, listening to music, but one of my personal favorite things is to just get into a deep conversation with the tattoo artist about really whatever. You see, when your mind is distracted from what's going on, aka the tattoo, it's not going to be sending as many signals, like pain signals, to your body. And the same thing goes to say if you were to focus on that tattoo needle, that's just going to intensify the pain because your mind is focused on the trauma that's going onto your skin. So just distract your mind and reduce that tattoo pain. It works like a charm. Also, I want to add that not only does having distractions help reduce the pain, but it also makes the tattoo session fly by. And that's a huge plus. But listen, doing all these things will reduce the pain of getting a tattoo. But if you wanted to take it a step further and be super prepared, make sure you check this video out right here on the essential items that you need to bring to your next tattoo session. If you haven't yet, be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.